Bolo.
It's Bolo Thursday.
Oh my God, tomorrow's Friday.
It's Friday, Junior.
We have good news.
All right, yeah. Definitely know what you mean there. But I did want to get started today with, oh my goodness, where did I just put this? Oh yes, okay. So we got a piece of mail from Noel. Noel, who's King Arthur Curry on, I think, Instagram and YouTube. So he wanted to send us something in the mail. I have no idea what it is. So we're going to go ahead and open it. So, we met Noel on Instagram. And I remember we used to do a lot of giveaways when we first started. And there he is. Hi, Noel. Happy Thursday. And so, anyway, let's see what he sent us in the mail.
Thank you, Noel.
So, yeah, thank you, Noel. Got your piece of mail right here. We're going to open it right now and see what it is. It seems like it's a card of sorts. So I'll open it this way so you can see it first, Michelle. There it is. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's so cute.
This is so adorable.
Oh my, is that glitter?
This is so cute. Yeah, this is glitter, and it's the cutest dog, puppy.
Oh my
Who's
God.
wearing who is this guy that wears those? Not Rambo. Zorro, thank you. So it says whether you're good, wicked, cute, or funny, and the cute puppy has Rambo, what do we call those things? A mask, right? With his little Halloween
Did you Rambo?
And then there is a message inside. So I can read this. It says, no mask can hide how special you are. Happy Halloween. Thank you for being my friends. And I hope you, Michelle, Chloe, and Kiki have a wonderful and fun Halloween.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, this is from Noel, King Arthur Curry. Awesome. Thank you so much, Noel. That was really thoughtful of you. And this is the only Halloween card we got this year. So thank you. We appreciate that. We had a good Halloween. We actually ended up celebrating. It was Michelle's birthday weekend. So for Halloween, we just went out and got some dinner. And then we went to the beach and took a couple pictures, right, Michelle?
Yeah, that was very nice.
So we hope you had a good Halloween too. But honestly, this is the cutest card ever because I think, he knows that we love dogs. So it's
so cute. I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. No, we appreciate that. We're gonna actually leave it out in our home. So when we get cards, we like to put our cards up around our home and appreciate them. So we're gonna be doing that. Thank you so much again. We love it. That's so thoughtful. So cute. All right. So shall we get started, Michelle, with Bolo Thursday? So what are we going to talk about today?
So Bolo stands for Be on the Lookout. And today we are going to talk about bar mirrors.
Yeah, who would have thought that those would be valuable? We actually ran across a couple of bar mirrors in estate sales, and they were so rare that you can sell a bar mirror for over $100. And those are kind of like the items, right? That's our business model. We like to find items that you can sell for, a nice profit. Hopefully sell the item over $100 for the item.
Yeah. So when we first started reselling, we went to estate sales, and obviously I absolutely love vintage stuff. Anything old school looking, anything like from the 40s, 50s, 60s. I absolutely love them. So these bar mirrors just look super cool. So we had no idea of the value of these bar mirrors, and we just bought them, and we ended up learning more about the value.
Yeah, sorry, I'm listening to everything you're saying. I'm just trying to find my headphones. I've misplaced them. I don't know if you saw them.
No.
Have you seen them anywhere? Okay. So, but Bill says Halloween. Am I in the right month? Yeah, we took forever to actually get our mail. So that's what happened is we got the mail super late. And yeah, it happens sometimes.
How's it going, Bill? How are you and Tori holding up with all the suspense? So all right, let's get started. Okay. You're fine, Marina.
Am I? Okay, I'm going to have to, do it without the headphones today. I'll keep the volume down so there's no echo. All right, Michelle, please display our, the pictures that we like to put up so that those who are watching us on YouTube could see it. We never really, talked about who we are and what we do, but my name is Marina, if this is your first time here.
I'm Michelle.
Yeah, and we picked up this hobby where we buy used items or pre-owned items, and then we sell them online. And, a lot of collectors, or right now, it just so happens that vintage or things from the 90s are really popular, but a lot of people are looking for these items online. So it's not a bad way if you're looking for a way to make extra money, because that's how we started. We needed to build a new backyard. And so it was going to cost us 14 grand to do that. And we decided to look outside of just like our regular incomes. And we stumbled across this really, really enjoyable hobby. And anyway, that's how we started doing this. So you can do the same thing. I don't know if you guys like finding deals, but that's kind of how this works. You go out, you find some deals, you provide the deals, you make it available online for people who don't have the time to go out and do this. And then they will purchase for you at market value from you, not for you.
Yeah, so every Thursday is Bolo Thursday, and we would feature a specific category, and we would talk about the valuable items out there.
Yeah, so I don't know if you've ever watched this really cool show on Netflix. I know it's not off topic. Promise it's related. Called Lucifer. It's one of my favorite shows. Lucifer, yeah. But I learned a lot. The show is about a detective, but it's fun. It's not like CSI, super serious or anything. So it's really fun. And I learned that Bolo means be on the lookout. And so anytime there's like a criminal and they need to find this criminal, they will say, put out a bolo on this person. So, we're letting you know that there's bolos for items. So if you're ever at a thrift store or garage or yard sale, you want to be on the lookout for vintage bar mirrors because they're worth a lot of money. And Bill says, Michelle, that he's trying not to read or watch any of the shenanigans. That is amazing. I don't know how you can do that, Bill. But
no, TV has been on.
Actually, great.
Yeah, our TV has been on for like 3 straight days. This never happened before.
Sorry, I have to say this is funny. He said, Bill says, make sure to hit the thumbs up. If there's anyone here except me, please, we appreciate that, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
I'm sure later, during the replay, maybe someone will read your message. But we super appreciate that. And thanks for being here. So we have someone to interact with.
Oh. So where do you find these mirrors? Why do people buy them? Do you know?
Well, we found them at estate sales and we found them at garage sales. And I think there's so many reasons to buy them. Like even people decorate their garages, or they have like cool rooms, where they could decorate them, or if they even own a bar. It's really awesome to have these mirrors on the wall because, first of all, they're usually wooden. They have a wooden frame, and then the mirror has a design of a brand of, whether it's beer or a liquor. And, these companies make limited edition kind of design. So they're actually really cool collectibles, honestly. Now, yeah, so that's that.
I think some people, they use their garage and they kind of like make it into like a man cave type of thing, or like a playroom. They would use these mirrors as decors, and I think they're really cool. Like if we have like a huge house, I think a room full of mirrors and like a playroom with video games would be really fun. Anyway.
Yeah. And then Bill has a comment. He said, you can find them, and as sad as it is, bars are going out of business due to the coronavirus. And so maybe that is a good point. That might actually, sadly, open up the opportunity to purchase some of these, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as businesses continue to go out of business due to the pandemic, I've seen it. Office furniture is being sold. It's been that way since around April this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a game room as well. You can use it to decorate. I always thought it would be cool to have a bar at home. You know, back when I used to drink more, I don't really drink. Michelle and I don't really drink anymore. But back when I used to drink more, I used to think like, hey, a bar at home would be awesome.
Yeah. All right. So this first one, and keep in mind, you know, when you go to like estate sales or garage sales, people sell them for not a lot of money. Like I think the ones we purchased were like around $20.
Yeah, at the estate sale where we bought them, they were between like $20-$25 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is not cheap actually. I actually didn't want to buy them.
Mm-hmm.
But we bought them, and they were worth over $100.
So yeah, so it really depends. I don't think they, you know, they really make a lot of these anymore nowadays. Here is a special one for LITE, and this one is special because it's got all the NFL logos on there. Based on my research, there are quite a few of these actually available. So if you do see this, definitely a Bolo item. This was sold for $200 one day.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did you describe it for those who are listening on the podcast and not watching the YouTube video?
Okay, you can describe it.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So this one says it's a Bud Light NFL football beer bar. The way they put the title is a bar, pub, man, cave, mirror. Yeah, and so it has a picture in the middle of Bud Light on a circular football with the NHL logo, and then around it there's a bunch of all the logos of all the football leagues. So it is actually a really cool mirror.
Yeah. So anything I think football related or sports team related would definitely drive the value up a little bit. Cool. This next one, I've also seen this in many places. So if you come across this is a limited edition Budweiser Premium Millennium Budweiser mirror, and it's not really a mirror. It's more like a sign, a Budweiser logo sign, but it's got a really cool vintage ornamental frame, I would say. And this was sold for $299.
Yeah, this frame is gorgeous. It almost looks like the ones my mom used to have. I don't know if the style is like Victorian or like from the 1920s or something. It's like really over the top, and it's in gold. It's actually a really beautiful Budweiser mirror. I would love, if I had a restaurant, you know, or a bar, I would love to have this mirror for $300. That's really, really nice.
And it's millennium.
And it's a millennium, so they're probably celebrating something, right? An anniversary of sorts of operations or something. Yep. So that was a confirmation from Bill. He said it's Victorian frame for sure. Thank you for confirming that.
This next one is something we had a similar item, a smaller version. Definitely, there are tons of Coca-Cola collectors out there. And
we've sold so many Coca-Cola vintage items. So those are definitely Bolos, Coca-Cola.
So this is quite large. It's 24 by 36. It's a large Coca-Cola mirror. And it's like in the old school days, this is how they advertise the drinks, the sodas, the Coca-Cola. And
I'm sorry, 24 by 36 inches or feet?
Inches. It's quite big.
Not that big, actually. It's pretty small.
Well,
2 by 3 feet.
It's a
Not that big
poster
at
size.
all.
Well, okay. Um, for me, it's big comparing to the little ones we have. Ours was like, 5 by something. Anyway, this was sold for $315, and it's got also Victorian style illustration with some very like vintage font on there that says delicious, and it says Coca-Cola something fatigue. I think that's like their old headlines that they use a lot.
I can't
And
even believe we sold ours for like a fraction of that price. Ours was actually probably about the same price, but ours was not it wasn't like a frame, it was actually a tray. It was
mhm,
that mirror in a tray, and we sold it
mhm.
for a tiny, tiny fraction of that. I think it was on Etsy. So I don't know. That was when we first started kind of doing this, so we maybe underpriced it by a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, potentially. These came from I think the 70s, if I remember.
Yeah, so Bill says it looks kind of like something you would see
Mhm.
in Disneyland at the downtown
Oh,
shops, maybe 100%. Yeah. So yeah, like around the 1920s, 30s, something like that. Yes.
they're really cool decor items. Here's the next
Yeah.
one. It's so I'm not familiar with hard liquor or alcohol brands. Bill, you might know more. So this is a vintage Southern Comfort mirror. It's
Mhm.
24 by 34. What's interesting is that people actually use a keyword man cave when they list an item, and this
Yeah.
was sold for $120.
Yep. Um, Again, that's a 2 foot by almost 3 foot mirror. So I think we're starting to see a little bit of a trend in sizes and what they go for. So the mirrors are going, over the $100 mark for sure. The design is really difficult to see on here. Um, but it almost looks like it's really a really nice design. It almost looks like in the middle. Okay, so it's an older mirror. It says Southern Comfort at the top, but in the middle there's a circle, and in the circle you see an older home overlooking like a lake, and there's like a boat going down the lake. So actually that's a really pretty design there on that mirror.
Yeah, what's Southern Comfort? Is that a whiskey brand or a vodka? Do you know?
I've had it before a long time ago.
Hmm.
Bill says that it's super sweet, so maybe is it a liqueur of sorts or just like
Hmm.
a liquor? I'm not really sure.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to know sometimes the more rare the mirrors are, or the more rare the brand of alcohol is, the higher the value, I assume.
Yeah, the more rare the design is, the higher the volume. And these are really difficult to ship. We actually sold, I think we broke two, right? We had
Yeah.
three. We had two extremely rare ones going across the US. And again, our heart breaks when a limited collection item like this doesn't make it. So, Michelle, do you think if we were to package one now, it would make it, or do you think it could still break?
I think we would be okay.
Yeah. Do you think it
Yeah,
was because we were like too, I don't know, young in the game?
maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
So, if you guys are looking for bar mirrors, the more, like Marina said, the more unique looking and the more intricate, how the mirror is made, the design, definitely those are more valuable. Here we are looking at another item, which is a Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey. Never heard of this brand,
I've
Irish.
never heard of that brand. That's for sure.
And this was sold for $200, and the size of it is not that large. It doesn't look like it's that large.
Yeah, we don't really know the size of just from the picture, but it looks more like a square. And again, we're getting items that sold within the last 3 months. So these
Mhm.
are not like, oh, they sold years ago. No, these are things that are selling now. People are buying them now, and they're spending a lot of money. So $200 for this mirror. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful
Mhm.
mirror. I guess Bill is familiar with this Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey. He says it's a good whiskey. So
Mhm.
thanks for telling us that. Yeah, I've never had it before. But when we go on vacation next time and we're in a bar, I will check it out. So those are the rare occasions that I might take a sip of some liquor, right, Michelle? And like
Yeah.
on birthdays or something.
Hey, not only are we learning more about bar mirrors, we're learning more about liquor too. Right?
Exactly, yes. And we have the perfect person to tell us about it too.
Yes. Thanks for being with us, Bill.
Yeah. Well,
Here's the
and
next
Bill's
one.
a trained
I've
chef,
heard
right?
of this, and I've never had Rolling Rock, and this is a Rolling Rock mirror. It's almost like a panoramic size, so it's quite horizontally longer than the height. And this was for 150 bucks. It's got the Rolling Rock logo in the middle. Have you had that before?
I have never heard of Rolling Rock beer, but it's just because it's an old vintage looking beer. I don't even know if they still make it.
Hmm.
You know, but if I saw it, I would love to try it. I do like beer. So this mirror though is quite large. It only sold for 150. I think this could have been sold for $400, to be honest.
Really?
3 to 4, at least 3 or at least 400 bucks, because it's just so big. And as you mentioned, it's a rare beer. I've never heard of this one.
And Bill has a comment. He said it's super
Oh.
sketchy, like Corona.
Well, so yeah, so maybe that's why the price is knocked down a bit.
That's
So
fun.
cool though, because it's not so common. All right, so the next one we have here is a vintage Miller Lite. So we do know that we have many fans of Miller Lite. It's a very popular beer, and the bar mirror just has a big logo and then a ribbon on top that says "Great taste, less fillings," and then on the bottom there's a ribbon that says "On tap." So it's kind of it's honestly, I think this design is quite simple. But again, these mirrors have the ink printed on them, and then they're all surrounded, as you're starting to see, maybe wooden frames. And the wooden frames are not usually fancy, except the one that we saw earlier with the Budweiser fancy frame. But for $200 for this mirror, it's like, wow, it's such a simple mirror. I can't believe it's sold for $200.
Yeah, I think and Miller Lite is a popular brand, so people absolutely love. The popular brands I think are common. They're more people are more looking for them more, right? They're more on demand, I guess. All right, this next one, Jim Beam. I believe that's whiskey. Do you
Yeah,
know?
this one is cool. I mean,
Oh, no, it's bourbon. I'm sorry, it's bourbon.
yeah, the Jim Beam. Okay. But this is like this is a collaboration between Jim Beam and the Los Angeles Major League Baseball Dodger team, right? So it just says a logo Jim Beam. Underneath it says official LA Dodgers. Really cool. This would do really well. Lots of Los Angeles Dodger fans. So $150. I think it's a reasonable price for that item. Really, really nice.
I think it's underpriced because it says free shipping also.
Yeah. Well, if you look at the package though, it doesn't look like it's a vintage mirror. It
That's
almost looks like it's still brand new, like in its
Mhm.
new casing. So yeah, so it might not be super rare. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just analyzing the mirror. Still
Yeah.
cool.
So this next one, we have sold a mirror with Early Times bourbon before, and that was sold for over $100 if I remember. This is really cool. I love this one. It's like a more wider and skinnier mirror. It's got a graphic of the bottles of bourbon on the right, and it's got a slogan, "The way it was is the way it is." And it's got the Early Times logo. So I think the reason why I love it is because I just love like old school advertisement stuff, advertising. It's just really, really cool as a display item.
It is such a cool mirror. It looks like an old advertising ad printed on a mirror, and you could tell what year something is by look at quality of the wood. Nowadays, you will not find just like a bare bone wooden frame. It's usually going to be painted like black or white, or it's not just it's going to be like a gray wood, you know? So that's another way you could tell the years. But this is beautiful. Like Michelle said, if you're doing like a mid-century modern look, and Bill says early times is like an old granddad bourbon. So glad we have you here, Bill, because we actually would be quite lost with all of these drinks. We're just not familiar.
Yeah.
I could see that in like a 70s inspired home or 60s inspired home, and like
It's so cool.
in like Palm Springs or something. It's awesome.
Because you could do something really cool is like you could have a modern home, right? Like mid-century modern, but then you have some like old items in there that would kind of be a nice complement.
Yeah, so Bill does have he agrees with your comments about the Dodgers mirror. He said if they held on to it for a bit after the World Series, that thing would have sold for a ton.
Yeah.
That is so true. They just recently won the World Series, so it's a fantastic, awesome collector's item. Yes.
All right, Marina.
All right, so this one is, I don't know if the title is right there, but it says there it's a Dewars Scotch whiskey mirror. Are you familiar with that brand, Bill? Perth, Scotland. So not familiar with the Dewars Scotch whiskey from Perth, Scotland, but I think this is an awesome looking mirror. It looks like it came straight from Scotland. It has all of the Scottish feel to it. You know, it's in green and the capital letters, and there's even like, it almost looks like in the mirror there's like that seal in the middle with ribbons, gold. It's fancy. $100 for that one.
We have sold the Dewars mirror before.
Oh, really?
It was like double layer. It was really cool.
Did that one make it or did it break?
Oh, that one broke. But
Gosh.
that was a double layer one. It was super cool.
Oh man, it breaks my heart when that happens, honestly. And by the way, it's pronounced Dewars. Okay.
Dewars.
Thank you so much. That's cool. Dewars.
All right. Here's another one. This one sold for a lot of money. This is a Miller Lite Cincinnati Bearcats NCAA football mirror, and it's got the Miller Lite logo on the right, and it's got the Bearcats logo on the left. So, you know, this is something we're learning right now, is if you have any collab with a baseball team, football team, whatever teams, the value of the mirror would go up immediately. This is actually brand new, and it was sold for $450.
That's a lot. That's probably the highest price item we found. It doesn't look, like Michelle said, it doesn't look too large, but it's hard to say because it doesn't tell us the size. It's a cool mirror. It has the actual picture of the Bearcat on there, kind of like lurking in the background of the logos. It's a really nice mirror for $450. It is a ton of money, but it's probably quite rare, you know, given it's like an NCAA football mirror, and we all know football is like the biggest sport in the U.S., right? So people spend tons of money on this sport, even just fans, on a yearly basis.
Is NCAA? I thought that was basketball. I don't know. I don't know my sports. Anyway, this one is probably my favorite one.
Yes.
This is a McDonald's. I believe this was used inside the restaurant. So
I believe so too.
Yeah, this is a McDonald's Officer Mac, which is the dude with the Big Mac mascot, I guess. And this is from the 1970s, and this is a round mirror with the face of Officer Mac, and this was sold for $358.
That is a cool mirror. It's kind of creepy because it's just like okay, first of all, this is a first round mirror. Everything else has been like a square or a rectangle. But this is like a circle. It continues with the wood, the feature of the wood all the way around. And then the mirror, it's like a hamburger dude with his eyeballs, and he's an officer, right? So he's like a police hamburger dude. And then it's not like in a bright color. It's kind of like this shadow in the back of the mirror. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
It's sold for a lot, the 358. So if you guys run into something like that, make sure you pick it up. But any McDonald's, like vintage McDonald's, is super nostalgic for so many people. McDonald's really has changed. It used to be such a cool place to go to when you were a kid. But anyway, yes, it has.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So a comment from Bill. It says Cincinnati Bearcats encompasses the entire sports team for that college. Oh, okay. Interesting. Good to know.
All right.
You muted, Michelle?
I'm not muted.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, someone knocked on the door. So,
Oh,
all right. This last one, actually, this would be my other favorite one. This is not McDonald's. This is an Arden ice cream menu. So, you know, if you watch like movies like Back to the Future, I don't know what movie I could think of, but
yeah, that's a good one. Back to the Future.
Like, yeah, if you think of like diners, they always have these cool mirrors, and this one says Arden flavor fresh ice cream. Vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, butter, pecan, coconut, swirl, and pineapple.
Awesome and so simple. That's so cool.
Super cool. I love this. I think like if you have like a mid-century modern type kitchen, you could put this in the kitchen.
Definitely. Or you know what would be even cool is have your own ice cream parlor in your house if you could afford it.
So, you know, this was sold for $321. So it's not really just bar mirrors it's not about liquor brands. It's also, you know, you see anything with like a cool sign, cool design, ice cream parlor or McDonald's or Coca-Cola, Pepsi, all those like old school things that you could find. They're, you know, be on the lookout for those.
That's right. Yeah. And those would definitely be more rare. We haven't come across any of those in real life, but we have definitely come across plenty of the bar mirrors. So I believe, is this the last one, Michelle? It sounds like you were at your last one. Yeah. So, so yeah, be on the lookout for these ones. If you do happen to get, you know, find one, we would love if you would let us know. We love hearing about when, you know, you guys find these things out there. It's like super exciting when we get that message. You can find us on Instagram. We're at the Flippin' Gals on Instagram. And feel free to send us a picture of any of your finds and let us know how you're doing. We appreciate you, Bill. Thanks for coming today. Michelle, do you want to go to our meme? We always end our lives with a meme. So this is a picture of two guys at a bar drinking a beer. And the one guy says, a man walks into the bar and orders a Corona and 2 Hurricanes. So the bartender says, that will be 2020. Oh no. I don't even know if this is the best time to say this, given we're in an election right now and still counting down the votes. And I mean, it's appropriate to say the least.
What's a hurricane?
I think it's like a blue beverage, I think, that you have a bunch of liquors in it. Kind of like, I don't know if it's blue, but yeah, it's like a beverage with a ton of liquor in it mixed together. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I thought that was called like Adios or something.
Well, yeah, I know the Adios one. Yeah, that one is a blue one also. I know Adios. That was good. All right. Well, we hope that you have a wonderful Thursday. Probably you'll hear this tomorrow, though, on Friday. And if you do, have a wonderful Friday and weekend. And thanks for joining us today. Please stay safe. You know, take care of yourself. If you're reselling, this is a perfect time to focus on your business and plan ahead. You know, 2021 is around the corner. Have you ordered your planners yet? So I ordered a bunch of planners for me and my close family members. So we need to get our minds, we need to focus on the present because there's a lot of sales to be done from now until January. But we also need to start thinking about Q1, right? Our plans for next year. So anyway, hey, Cynthia, you just missed us. We're heading out. But again, have a wonderful rest of your nights, and we will see everyone tomorrow for Fun Facts Friday.
Fun Fact Friday. See you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Have a good night.
Bye.